Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learning Wise. Today in this video we are going to see how we can create the web pages and websites using HTML. As you would have noticed, the topic for today is Introduction to HTML. So let's get started. As you would be aware, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, so it's a special kind of a language which is basically a markup language. Okay, so this is the full form of HTML. Now the question arises, what is it meant for? What is it used for? Okay, so I would say it is used to create the web pages and websites. You would ask me, what is a web page or a website? So basically whatever you see on internet is nothing but a web page. Okay, and when these pages get collected or get united, then they make a website. Okay, so if I say www.google.com, it is a website. Okay, and any page which you click over google.com is nothing but a web page. Okay, these pages are connected together with the concept of hyperlinking, which we are certainly going to look into in the upcoming videos. Now, okay, we can even relate web pages and website with some real world example. Let's say a book. So web page can be taken like a page, while a website can be considered as a complete book. Okay, so the related pages, when they are kept together, they make a book. Similarly, the related web pages, when kept together, when connected together, makes a website. Okay, I hope the concept would have been clear to you now. Now, moving over to the speciality of HTML. Okay, so let us write down certain features of HTML. Now, let us look into the features of HTML. The very first feature of HTML is it is a markup language. Okay, I have seen people getting confused between a markup language and a programming language. So here let us just clarify the concept that markup language is entirely different from the programming language, in the sense that markup language is meant for designing the web page, or you can say a website, while a programming language is meant for creating the softwares or maybe the programs. Okay, so in the programming language we write down the logic, we write down the programming logic basically, but here we are only and only focusing over the designing part. Alright, so never get confused about the two concepts and never mix them up. Okay, now coming to the second feature, it is not a case sensitive language. Now that's again a very important feature of HTML. There are many languages, many programming languages which are case sensitive. The primary one, the most important one I would like to quote here is C. Okay, there is a language called C which is a case sensitive language. There are many other languages as well. Okay, now HTML is not case sensitive. It means it is not going to differentiate between the lowercase and the uppercase letters. Okay, so for example, if I am going to write down apple in small case, it is not going to be differentiated from this if I write in capital. Okay, while in case of C, it is going to create a lot of problem. Okay, so basically let me give a better example here. In HTML we have nothing but tags. Okay, so I can write my tags like this. See, we have got a tag called head. I can write the head tag like this, H capital. Okay, I can write the head tag like this, all capital, or I can even combine the small case or the uppercase like this. HTML has got no issue regarding mixing up of the lowercase or the uppercase letters. Okay, now third most important feature is HTML file is always saved as as .html or .htm file extension. Now this is something really important, because if you are going to miss out on this, then the file will not be saved as the HTML file and it will not be rendered on the web page, on the browser. Okay, so be very careful, although we are going to discuss about this in our demo. Okay, so remember these three features. Okay, now you're going to ask me the question. You are talking about HTML, you have even told us about web page and websites, the features as well. Now the most important question is this: where to write HTML, isn't it? So I would tell you that for this particular thing you need two things on your computer. First is the text editor. Okay, text editor is nothing but a software which gives you flexibility to work over the text or the normal content. Okay, the examples are WordPad and Notepad. I would say Notepad is the most preferred choice for HTML, so go for the Notepad, not for the WordPad. Okay. Then another important thing which you would need is a browser. Okay, web browser. Now let's talk about web browser in short here. Web browser is a software which is basically meant to show the internet. Okay, it is the software which connect you through the internet. Okay, without a browser you cannot access internet, right? So you need to have at least one browser with you in order to see the output of the HTML file. Okay, it can be Internet Explorer, it can be Google Chrome, okay, or it can be Firefox. It can be any kind of browser, but at least one browser is needed. Alright, so basically the process is you are going to open your Notepad file, which is your text editor, as I have written here. Okay, you're going to write down the code, the HTML tags in the text editor, and then you're going to save the file using .html, which I just mentioned in the features. After that, you are going to open the browser and you are going to open the file which you have saved in the text editor, and it will be rendered on the browser, and it will look like just like the other web pages which you see over internet. Okay, so this is the entire process of practicing HTML. Now let's talk about the most important thing in HTML, which are the tags. Okay, so now you are going to ask me, what are tags? So tags are nothing but the special instructions. Okay, they are the special instructions which tells the browser how to present the text or the content over on the web page. Okay, so basically the functional unit of HTML is the tag only. Okay, now the question arises, how are we going to differentiate between the normal content and a tag? So basically there are the angular brackets. You can see greater than and the less than sign, which are there on your keyboard. Okay, so this pair of angular brackets basically whatever you are going to put into these two things, these two angular brackets, it is actually the tag. Okay, another thing I would like to tell you is, don't think that you can write any XYZ thing into these angular bracket and it will become a tag. No. We have got the specific, we have got the predefined tags in HTML which you have to practice, which you have to memorize. Okay, and you are going to see the output on the browser when you are going to use it in the particular manner. Alright, so now let us talk about the types of tags. Okay, we have got the two types of tags in HTML. The first one is the container tag, and the other category is empty tags. Alright, now again you are going to ask me, what is a container and what is an empty tag? container tag is nothing but a tag which is open and closed. Okay, so what a tag which you are going to open and you are going to close, it will come into the category of container. Okay, and the tag which just remains open and it is not necessary to close it. There is no need to close that tag. It is the empty tag. Let me give you some examples, and when we are going to have a demo session, then you are going to understand this concept really well. Okay, so don't worry about it. Container tag like HTML tag, okay, which is started, right, and then it is closed also. Now look at the difference here. Starting means, okay, let me just tell you something very specific here. There has to be absolutely no space between the angular bracket and the tag which you are going to write. Can you see here? I have written the angular bracket and right after that I have started writing HTML. And when I wrote L, I have again used the angular bracket. No space has to be between the angular bracket and the tag. Okay. Then these dashes means the content which you want to display over the web page. Okay. And this is the closing. See, closing tag in HTML means it has to have this front slash, the forward slash. Okay. So when you mention the forward slash, it is the closing bracket. So as you can see, this tag has started and this tag has ended also. Hence it is into the container tag. Okay. Now let's talk about empty tag. The most popular empty tags are BR, which is meant for line break. Another empty tag which is very much used is HR, horizontal ruler. Okay. That's all about talking about the most important thing here in this video, which is the structure of an HTML document. Okay. So as structure of a HTML document is nothing but like a human body. Just like we have got a head, it has also got a head. Okay. And like we have got a body, it has also got a body. Okay. Okay. So I have drawn a sample web page here, and as you can see, this is the place where we get the title. First page. Okay. Now I'm going to write the structure over here. Okay. So the very first tag in the structure of HTML is the HTML tag, which is a container tag. Okay. So when we are going to start this tag, ultimately we are going to end it at the bottom also. Okay. After that we have got the head. Okay. Now head is written. Within the head we have got title tag. Okay. And in the title you are going to put whatever you want to see as the title of your web page. Okay. So if I want first page to be written in the title, I am going to write down first page here. And thereafter I am going to close the title tag here. Okay. After that we have to close the head tag, because the head tag is nothing but the title only. Okay. You can just see head tag contains nothing else except for title. Followed by the body tag. Okay, so body tag is basically this area. The white area which you see on the browser is nothing but the body part of the web page. Okay, so all the important tags which we use, they are basically in the body part, or all the content. Okay, let's say if I want to write down hi, this is my first web page. Okay, so it is going to be displayed here. This content will be displayed here. It will be like, this is my first web page. Okay. Alright, I missed out on writing hi. After that, you have to close the body tag, because body is also a container tag. And at the bottom, you have to close the HTML tag. Again, it is a container tag. So this is the basic structure of HTML document, which you always have to remember and abide by. You just cannot, change the structure in any way. Okay. Initially, it has to be HTML followed by the head. Then the head has to only and only contain title, nothing else. Okay. Then you are going to close the title tag followed by closing the head tag. Then you are going to open the body tag. You will write whatever you want to write. Okay. And you are going to close the body tag. And afterwards you are going to close the HTML tag. See, I have erased that web page, and whatever I had written, I have erased that also. Now, if you see, this is the basic structure of the web page. Okay, you can put the title and you can put the content as per your requirement. That is, a step ahead. But the basic structure is like this. Okay. My dear friends, that's all in this video. In the upcoming video, we are going to have the demo session wherein I'm going to explain the entire structure over the computer. Thank you so much for watching.